Ui, ui, ui. Ui, ui, ui. Du, 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 du. Ui. Das geht gar nicht, okay. Interessant. Du, 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 du. Interesting. Hello to everyone who's joining. was actually pretty good, yeah. I'm always experimenting with different ingredients, how to make a vegan patty. And yeah, it was actually pretty good, yeah. Why no music yet? I'm online since 3 minutes or something. And yeah, I thought like we will wait until some of the people who contributed the track are joining us. But I can't see anybody of them now. So Let's see. Yeah, I made it out of tofu. And how it's called in English. Forgot it. Yeah. Sure, shoot. If you have questions, ask. No, I mean, we have a bit of time since the people who contributed the track are joining. I wasn't sure, mate, of you are Austin there because most of the times you're contributing as a local analyst, and I wasn't sure if it's you. So this time as Austin. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah, Bita. Shoot your question if you have one. I have a question. Nadia, how can I help you? A year ranking. What does that mean? Like, you mean which track was the best from the tracks of the month edition, or from the local from the Feedback Friday? Do I ever sleep? Honestly, I don't know, to be honest. sometimes yeah, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, I had two very bad nights before the lineup drop. My head was full, and yeah, it was really like super chaotic. I couldn't sleep, but last night was better after releasing and everything. Definitely better. So yeah, usually I'm sleeping pretty good, to be honest, and deep. I'm mostly not that stressed because I set myself like working times from somewhere around 9 till 3 in the noon. But of course, like before the lineup drop is like super chaotic. Checking everything. I mean, everything was prepared and stuff like this, but still, it's just this tension, like pressure before the lineup drop is very high. Even if everything is set, all the contracts are signed, stuff like this, it's still like, wow. You never know what can happen, and you are waiting for the reaction of the people about the lineup drop and stuff like this. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty good, the reaction, so I'm pretty glad. But you never know before, so the pressure's high. I mean, you're always trying to be better and better from year to year. We're always trying new things. We even got more niche, I think, than the last few years. And yeah, even production wise, we always want to put it on another level, make it even better. I mean, the expectations for the festivals are very high, and the people are. I mean, we want to make everybody happy, and to fulfill these expectations. So therefore pressure's high always, but yeah. And lineup drop is a very significant day. I mean, you can see a lot of things with this reaction to the lineup, and then of course the ticket sales on the day and stuff like this. But yeah, Let me see. Will you do a year ranking? Yes. Yeah. Change it up. Monthly reviews. I haven't done. I haven't done these tracks of the month for a long time now. It's kind of the same thing as last year. Um, I have the time, or let's say it like this. I've collect all the tracks and everything, so everything is prepared, and I could do a monthly tracks of the month and everything. But it was kind of like full schedule with everything and a lot of things on my table, and I could do it time wise, but the thing is it's always also about energy in a way, and I've explained that last year as well. Tracks of the month lives from its energy and its reaction, and if you don't have the energy to do it, the reaction wouldn't be authentic, and it would be more like acted, and I don't want to act the reactions so far were all like authentic and like in real time, you know and with all these festival preparations, especially from September, it's getting so busy. I have family, stuff like this, friends. I mean, I haven't even found the time to meet friends in a way. Of course, I've met a few ones, but I mean, I can really count it with one or two hands how often I've seen my friends in this like last 4 months. It's busy. And then, of course, if you want to put energy into like doing tracks of the month, it's also very time consuming to do all this research, what I've did or what I've done. But then also like recording everything and then doing all this editing and post it and this and that. It's not about the time, it's really more about energy. And yeah, that's uh, it's very limited in a way, this energy. And like I said, it's very important to have this energy for this tracks of the month thing. Track of the year seems really thought. What does it actually achieve? Yeah, like I said, I would like to do it because I like I like tracks of the month, and I love to share all these music with you. But I definitely have to combine it in a way with the live streams. It's also a thing, like doing these live streams is also time consuming. Also, of course, in a way, energy consuming, because I'm investing time and I'm listening to the tracks very carefully and trying to give proper feedback as detailed as possible. So I would love to combine everything with the live streams, and also hopefully with the, let's say, Music Monday concept, which I want to establish, and yeah, maybe to like combine everything and doing, let's say, these weekly live streams, and then out of these weekly live streams doing like tracks of the month, or doing like tracks of the week, or whatever, however you want to call it, and then maybe like short monthly, yeah, like tracks of the month and track of the year, and doing the playlist as well, of course. Nah, that's true. It's kind of weird if you try to react on the same song twice. That's the thing, because I'm really when I do track selection. I mean, maybe you have been on one of the Music Mondays where I was the right channels cracking. Okay, strange. Really? Bit of cracking on the right channel. It's a mono microphone. I don't know. So I don't know what's cracking. It's really like when you have been on the live streams, I'm really going into this into the tracks, and then I'm listening, like I'm skipping through the tracks to get like a certain idea of the track, but I never listen to the whole track before the recording of the reaction. Of course, there are a few tracks where which I've, for example, downloaded and like played in a club, and I've already seen the reaction and everything. But most of the tracks I'm really like listening for the first time to it, and then of course the reaction is really like pure. I'm really like listening to the track for the first time on my own. Like I said, depends when I'm getting, like, for example, like a promo mail by an artist. I'm downloading it and I'm playing the track once or twice in a club, and I know how the track is working, how the people are reacting and stuff like this. Of course, I heard the track before, but still all the reactions full of joy, full of authenticity. Yeah. There is the year, it's not summer for you. In 10 years would be nice to see this summary. Yeah, I would. I love to support the artists. I think we have like a yeah, like I wouldn't say it's a problem, but the thing is, I was always a fan of or I had always the vision, and I still have it, even after working for such a long time in this scene. And yeah, honestly, the scene is also, everybody's like yeah, doing or acting like we are a big happy family, and I really would love to have this or that it would be like this, but it is not like this. It's still a business, and it's like always in businesses, you have always bad people and good people, and most of the people, or a lot of people, are unfortunately have bad intentions, and yeah, I don't know, kind of toxic in a way. But I still have the vision to, yeah, to share the passion with other people, and to give the credit to the artists and to the people who are doing who are doing this shit, and they're loving it, and I would love to. I just think it's very important to highlight these young and, let's say, not so established producers in a way, and that's the reason why I've did this Tracks of the Month project, because I thought, okay, it's time to highlight the right people, the people who are behind the tracks we are playing as DJs. I mean, I'm also producing music, and I would also love to get like credited by the established artists, uh, and I think it's very important. It's also kind of a feedback, you know. Okay, I don't get what Fukumashi's writing. You good, mate? Fukumashi, by the way, pretty talented guy doing very great music. I've played a few tracks of him. I think it's nice you're helping reestablish the connection between the DJ and producer, which is actually, yeah, that's his thing. Like I have also the feeling, I don't know if that lost in a way, but maybe it's yeah, I don't know. It's somehow, I mean, there we had like this a sliced thing, you know, where you have like people like, for example, I don't know, Devious One or Maron or whatever, whoever played your track, you know, and you have seen that these people were playing your tracks, and that was very nice. Everybody was posting it, and I think that's a very nice like yeah, you're giving something back to the community now, since a slice is not there anymore. It's getting pretty tough. I mean, how often I've seen that people are playing tracks, and maybe it's not even on purpose, you know. They're like playing tracks and they're not like crediting the artists, you know, like the track titles and stuff like this. Very, very sad, honestly. I always try, of course I've also forget it a few times, but I always try to tag the artists and the IDs when I'm like posting stuff from myself, you know, because I think it's very important. I mean, I wouldn't be anything without the music by from all these producers, you know. It I've always said to friends like it would be very silent if I wouldn't have all these young and talented producers, you know, or we wouldn't have any producers. I mean, so that's the thing. We definitely need to highlight this more and really to credit the people properly. And that was one of the intentions behind the track of the month. Because I thought like, okay, I want to give something back because I'm getting a lot of things by this, you know, like I'm getting tons of nice music, and I've created like lovely vibes with these tracks. I had so crazy times, lovely times with these tracks. Why not highlight them and credit them properly? You know? Yeah, I will definitely try to do it again with the tracks of the month. I'm, I'm very, like I said, it's kind of energy consuming. I hope I will have now the energy again for doing it. Uh, I would love to. Like I said, I really love the format. I really had fun to do it. Uh, it's really like it's such a big load of work because just maybe do it once and try to make research for 1 month by checking like different platforms, like for example Instagram labels you are following, checking their latest releases, plus Bandcamp, your emails, which label you are following has released something in this month, like let's say for example November, uh, and then checking like for example Traxsource, Beatport, whatever, all the tracks from the techno genre which has been released. It's so fucking time consuming. Really, like, it's a minimum work of 8 hours. Really, like, because you have to skip through all the tracks. I mean, now I have like a, let's say, pretty good feeling. I know a lot of label names where I know I have never found something interesting and the sound is completely in a different direction and is absolutely not my jam, you know. So I know, okay, I don't have to hear in this release because I know there's nothing for me. So it's not that crazy time consuming anymore, but it's still like, let's say 6 hours, 7 hours, definitely. Just doing research per month, you know? That's crazy. I try to do it once a week, but it's also like I said, energy, like matter of energy. If you don't have, after like a full week with stuff on your table, you don't have the energy to do it anymore, you know. And then you're like postpone it to the next week, and yeah, then you have to listen to 2 weeks, you know, and it's still like 5 to 3 hours to do that. Yeah, that's shit. Really. Hola Leo Funk, my friend. I've seen your message, but I was so crazy in my monologue here. And Iglo, what's up, mate? Glad to have you here again. I'm talking the whole time. What is about track contributions? We have 5 so far, so we have a few ones. But I would love to see even more. So if you want to join the list, feel free. You know, the list is open for everyone. Just join if you have something you want to show us. Don't, yeah, don't hesitate to do it. Feel free. Just join the list. Feedback is super important. You have the chance here to get feedback, proper feedback by not only me but also the community. And we have a really, really lovely community here who are joining from week to week, and they're all very very active and also very good producers out here. So if you want to hear something about your track, getting feedback, it's the time. So join the list. You can find the link for joining in my link in bio, and it's the first link in the link tree. It's the app called Next Up, and yeah, you can join every time. So I've talked like longer than I thought. 25 minutes. You have to stop me sometimes because when I'm starting, I can't stop. Then I'm getting in flow, you know, and sometimes I'm really like jumping from topic to topic. Hello ADHD. So you can yeah, feel free to stop me. Because the topic for the Feedback Friday is, of course, the feedbacks to the tracks we have in our list. Thanks, Iglo, for joining. So feel free to join the list. Don't be shy. Even if it's maybe not like, let's say, perfectly mixed track or balanced track or whatever, just feel free to send it. We can check it. We can make suggestions how to maybe improve the mix or the idea or whatever. That's the reason why we here. So I would say I talked enough. I would just start with Leo Funk. And it's the same as always. Every track is getting 10 minutes. So in the moment I'm starting the track, I will start a timer with 10 minutes. And each track has 10 minutes for listening plus feedback. Yeah. And we will definitely take the time to make it as detailed as possible. Or let's say we will take the full 10 minutes to give you proper feedback. Okay. Song anhören. 10 minutes for Leo Funk. I hope my headphones are not exploding. No techno today. That's fine. You can also send like experimental ambient housey tunes. My spectrum is really wide. Yeah, I think we won't change it on Instagram anymore. I think Insta changed something to mono. I don't know why. So if you want to get the full sound experience, I would really recommend you to join on YouTube, because on YouTube the tracks are stereo. On Instagram, I don't know why, but it's always mono, and I really don't get why, honestly. YouTube link. Just check. I think it's also in the link tree. And honestly, just go on the link tree and there's a YouTube button. Just go on the YouTube button and join via YouTube. I think the low end is pretty good balanced. That's my first intention. It's definitely not over-presented. I think that's in a very lovely balance. There's a slightly panning, right? Oh, it's not that slightly, it's just slow, I think. But nice. Using the whole panorama. I think the only thing what the track needs is a bit of warmth, but I'm not sure in which. If it's in the synthesizer, maybe the whole track would like need something like a bit more warmth. But in general, it sounds pretty nice. So, balance. I'm it's not my jam, but I really like the arrangement. There's so many like ear candies happening. You really have to listen very closely, but very, very nice. Yeah, the mix sounds pretty solid. Mix is solid, story's nice. Low end sounds really clean for me. Nice ear candies, good vibe. You're using the full panorama. Solid track. Definitely solid track. What do you think? Let me know what you think about the track. Would love to hear your feedback. For me personally, it's a pretty nice balanced track. Storytelling is nice. Ear candies are nice. The panorama is it's like it's good. The only thing I would really love is maybe a bit more like warmth in the track. But that is something you can create also in the mastering when you like people are using, for example, like the black box for it, or the Fatso, or like the oven, like creating a bit of color, characteristic warmth, you know. But that is something we can also add it on the in the mastering. It's a bit too uncatchy. Yeah. I know what you mean. Maybe Uh, maybe it's a bit too long. I'm not sure. But yeah, I think there like happening a few things in the background, really, really subtle, but I like them, you know? So you have this kind of like catchy things if you really listen closely to the track. But I know what you mean with kind of uncatchy. So maybe this let's say big tangent building, and this release is missing a bit. That can be it, yes. Yeah, but it's definitely not a bad idea. So I think it's pretty. I mean, I said a lot of things about it. So balance. I love the panorama. I love these ear candies in the track. So adding a bit of warmth. It's minimalistic, and yeah, that's the characteristic of a track. Uh, of course, you could do like adding a bit more of tension or something, but it's not like it's not mandatory, you know. So I think it's still a good track. Yeah, Leo Funk. Thank you very much. I like. I've said it also already. Like last week, I'm always a fan of your arrangements, like adding these extras, going really into detail. That's very important. A lot of people are forgetting about going into details. Very important. You are doing that. That's pretty good. Thank you very much for contributing again, Gary. I think I saw somebody wrote "Hello Gary" in the chat, so I think Gary is on YouTube, right? Is that a friend of Leo? Sure, mate. Thanks for contributing again. Who is Gary? Gary G. Would be good to have him here, of course. Yeah, I thought so, because he wrote on YouTube. I think it's Dagiera3029 on YouTube, but I'm not sure if he's here. I think Mohawk, you are DOJ, right? I think that was from last week, right? Was it it was you, right? Like DOJ? Yeah, okay. Maybe you're lucky. I will skip Gary because Gary's not responding. So I think we will just go to DOJ, who has contributed a track last week. And I was super speechless. I couldn't give any feedback. I hope I can give feedback this week better than last week. I think it was your track, right? I think I was a bit of. I think I was a bit speechless. I couldn't say a lot about the track. Ah, Gary is there on YouTube, right? Okay. Hi. Okay, so we can start with your track, Gary. Okay, so Gary, and then DOJ. Uh, so I would say 10 minutes from now for your track. Are you also from Australia? Yeah, somehow. Garrick. Ah, Garrick? Is that the artist name then? My name, artist. Garrick. Also from Australia? I think, Leo, you are from Melbourne, right? Leo Funk? I don't know if Garrick is also from Melbourne. Maybe you know each other from Melbourne or something. Or, I mean, we are pretty, since Instagram and he's from Nice, France. Okay. So not from Melbourne. Okay. In times of Instagram and social media, of course, people from different countries can know each other as well. I mean, I also know people from other countries than Germany, of course. Okay. I'm from Tiflis, but last 10 years in Melbourne. Yeah, and I remember. That was the reason why Fukumashi wrote on Georgian, right? Because you understand him. So you know each other. Maybe. Because that was so random that he started writing on Georgian. I was kind of confused. Still a bit of crackling on the right channel. How is this possible? I'm not doing anything with the microphone. Okay. Fukumashi is a very nice producer. I'm playing a lot of tracks from him lately. So nice guy, definitely. Nice producer. So Garrick. We start with your track 10 minutes from now. And let's give it. Very nice so far. I think just the low end is a bit too much. It's a bit over-presented, so the mix is not 100% in balance. I think the mids and the highs could be much more in the front, you know? Very nice with the ride. That was very subtle with the ride, but it was very, very nice. Also this very subtle pad in the background, which is like giving texture. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Iglo's right. That's the thing what I meant with the low end is a bit too over present in this mix. So it's like pushing the mids and the highs into the back of the mix. But all these elements you're using in this track, you know, you want to create like a certain vibe. And because of the over present low end, the vibe is not like it could be more, you know. But I mean, we are still in the track, but the idea of the track, the arrangements, all the sounds, yeah, definitely very, very good. So doing a mix down and balancing the low end and set it a bit more into the mix and balance the mix, you would definitely, yeah, have a very, very great track here. Yeah, great potential, definitely. Very good track. Honestly, very, very good track. I really like it. That's proper. This track has really big potential to be a very, very top-notch track, but you definitely need to do a new mix down and like getting the mid-range and the high frequencies a bit more into the front of the mix to balance everything, you know, because right now it's unbalanced in a way. So like lowering down the low end, and then like that brings the mids and the highs a bit more into the front of the mix, and it's getting better or more balanced. And then the vibe, you create the vibe you initially try to create, you know, with these lovely atmosphere, this texture, this kind of hypnotic aesthetic, you know. So I think just balancing it and you have a really, really lovely track here. So good job. Thank you very much for your contribution. I really appreciate it. I have a bit the feeling that I'm still super my head is really feeling like I'm running on low battery. That was so exhausting the last few days, and I was like today, yeah, nice today, feedback Friday, perfect, nice. I'm fresh. I've slept. I have a really good rest. I slept enough, but I still like feel I'm really like kind of tired. So if I don't find the right words for your tracks, I'm very sorry, but it looks like my head is not on 100% today. But yeah, I will still try my best to give you proper feedback. If you don't understand something, yeah, really let me know. If something is not clear enough, ask. Yeah, I will try to explain it again. Yeah, just let me know. Yeah, Garrick, thank you very much for a contribution. Mohawk is back, so DOJ is back. So the cracking was from your headphones. I was super confused because nobody wrote something about cracking. But yeah, you fixed the problem. New headphones was the solution. Okay, DOJ, you're the next one. Just 2 synths, an 808, and a lot of rehearsals. I'm really curious about this track now. Last week was very interesting. Yeah, I'm interested now. It's still, I think you are not working with a DAW. It was, I think you are right, like doing live. It's stopped now. What is stopped? You mean the cracking, right? Yeah, I think you are doing live recordings, right? Like playing with machines and recording only like 4 tracks or something, and then like rendering the tracks. I think it was something like this. Yep. Okay. So I remember. Okay. Let's start with the track. DOJ, 10 minutes from now. Leo wrote, I'm afraid. Let's see. It's starting classy as last week. I'm curious. Oh, you have a really extreme panning on the synth or on the sample. Like last week, we have this wake up moments where you're like really deep into the track and then like the sound is off for a second and you're like, oh. Yeah, it's very Frenchy, right? That reminds me of my beginnings. My first album was by Daft Punk, you know? My very, very first album. It's not that bad, the track, right? I mean, there's something missing, like let's say tension building. It's kind of repetitive, you know, but still, it's not that bad, the track. I mean, after last week where I was like, your track left me speechless. This is very easy, you know. Yeah, that was okay. That was okay track. I mean, even mix down wise, I think the only thing was the sample. Is it a sample? Is it a synthesizer? I don't know. It sounds kind of like a spliced sample or something. That was the reason why I said like it reminds me kind of Daft Punk. You know, when they're like cutting these samples in a very extreme way. This let's say houseish characteristic synth sample, whatever. It's kind of a bit too loud, you know. So maybe like lowering this a bit down, but the low end was not that bad. It sounded very balanced, but it's kind of quiet, but still it sounded balanced in a way. So maybe I would need to check it really properly, like in a studio, to get like a 100% or to be 100% sure what is like, I don't know, what I would suggest like mix down wise, but yeah, so far it was okay, you know. And it was a pretty solid track in a way. Last week it was very like crazy and and very experimental, but this was pretty solid. So yeah, not bad. What is the rest of the chat saying? It got signed today. Okay, interesting. Yeah, which label would be interesting? It's always interesting to know. I used my copy of Wave. Yeah, a Wavelab is very nice. It's a very, very, very good tool to check things. So, I mean, it's a mastering tool, you know. So doing like track analysis is very good there. So if you want to check your mixdown, Wavelab is a very, very nice tool. I mean, you can of course also work with Ableton and stuff like this, but yeah, I like all the layout by Wavelab and everything. It's pretty user friendly. Everything you can see a lot of things pretty quick, and yeah, that's very good. Yeah, why not? I mean, okay. Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much, DOJ. Keep doing, mate. Sounds solid. Like I said, maybe the low end is a bit too quiet, but that's something you can do in the mastering as well, like pushing the low end. It's always hard. The thing is, it's always hard to like rebalance the tracks if something is way too loud. But yeah, that was not the case. Maybe the mid, like the sample, but yeah, I think it wasn't that problematic. So if you if you push maybe the low end a bit with an equalizer, it can do something in the mix, and after that in the mastering, of course. Yeah, easy to see the face and levels. Yeah, absolutely. I think I was also the 11 version. Let me check. Is it the 11 one? I know I have 12. 12. And my father is using also the 11 one. Okay. Yeah, like the kick and the sub bass, the groove, everything. So maybe this part, like the best part, the low end. So everything, I would say, like the kick and the sub bass and the bass and some stuff like this. Everything what is like happening underneath, like 120, 150 hertz. Everything around there, maybe a bit louder. Ten minutes. Okay. BSV9. I think BSV9 was I forgot the name of BSV9. BSV9, are you here? I knew the name, but I forgot it again. I'm a bad host. Brian. It was Brian. Brian, are you here, my friend? I think I haven't seen Brian yet. But after talking like so much, maybe I've overseen him joining. Let's give Brian like 2 minutes. Maybe he's here, but sometimes the delay is pretty hard. So let's wait. Everybody who's joining and haven't contributed a track, feel free to do that every time. The link is open. If you want to join us and want to show your track and get feedback by the community and myself, here's the chance. Link is in the bio. Joining the queue. I mean, we're still good in time. We have 3 contributions. Brian is not here, I think. So I would jump to Austin. I think Austin is here still, right? Local analyst, yes, sir. On the list. Austin Schwartz. It's a bit more dancefloor oriented than usual. Yes. Is it easy to master in Wavelab? It is, but mastering itself is not that easy. I mean, mastering is really not like rocket science or something, but it's definitely you definitely need a good room, uh, and I mean, you don't even know, you don't even need hardware or something. You know, you can also master with software, but a good listening situation is very very recommended for mastering. Um, and you can really ruin a lot of things when you don't know how to like balance your mix properly and stuff like this, or you don't hear what is a balanced mix and what is not a balanced mix, you know. So you can steal yourself a lot of energy, for example uh with over present low ends, for example. So when you're doing mastering, you're like putting a limiter at the end of your chain. You're always trying to get somewhere around -8 to -9. Brian, sorry, I've already like over put Austin's track on top. But I see that you're here, so we will do your track as well, of course. Like when you're doing mastering and you're like going through your chain, and then in the end you have the limiter, and you're trying to go somewhere like around -8 and -9 LUFS, you know. But your low end, for example, is very present, and that's a very energetic frequency spectrum, you know. You can easily get to like -8, you know, with your kick and everything, or with your low end, but the rest of the track is like not in a good yeah, balance. I'm saying all time balance, but that's not really the right word. It's not that easy. Like, let's say it like this. You need a really really good listening situation, and you really have to know, let's say, the basics of a balanced mix, and you have to know how the track has to sound and everything like this. The rest, how to like make it louder and which steps are useful, that's not that big problem. I mean, you have to know how a compressor is working, or what do you need for mastering, what do you want to do with your mastering. Like, do you want to add excitement in the track, do you want to add warmth in the track, do you want to add, like, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, listening. That's a good thing about. I've already, I think, said that thousands of times in the stream. But if you, I've seen you, Brian. I've seen you, mate. All good. We will do your track for sure. The thing is, of course, I've said that 1,000 times. Using metric AB is a very very powerful tool to check your tracks. When you put, like, for example, your track compared to the reference track you are aiming to sound like, for example, and you can match the loudness and everything, and then you check like A B comparison, and you can really hear the difference between your track and the other track, you know. That's a good reference, of course, but still, if you're producing and you're like doing mix down and everything, yeah, in the end, you definitely every track is kind of a new project, new sounds. If you don't use like maybe always the same sounds, so like different settings on the EQ, different setting on the compression, everything. So it's always, yeah, you just have to understand how the things are working, and of course you know that by listening and hearing the results properly. Sometimes the changes are very subtle, but they're doing a lot of like they're making a lot in your mix. It looks like is in 2 different streams here on YouTube. I wait. Oh, YouTube. Maybe YouTube has a big delay. That's possible. Like different settings. Sometimes YouTube is like stucking, and you have to reactivate the live button. That's the problem why the stream is sometimes maybe lagging. Okay. Austin. Okay, let's listen to Austin's track, then Brian, Iglo, and let's see how far how maybe we will get another contribution, or let's see, maybe we can do something else. Let's see. Austin, 10 minutes. Yeah, the sounds are very nice so far. I like the vibe of the track. Sort of full so far, what do you mean? Good, in a good sense, okay. Yeah, very, very nice so far. Maybe this sub bass is a bit too loud, but Yeah, I also like the Atmos, but I really think that the low end is a bit too heavy with the sub, with this. It's very present in the mix. And somehow stealing the place of all the other frequencies. But I like the idea and I like the vibe. Very tooly, but still a lot of subtle things are happening in the mix or in the track. That's pretty nice. I like this didgeridoo somehow. Wow, 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 wow. The thing is, it's taking too much role in this track, you know, this pump in this sub, like everything else in the mix is really like getting pushed into the back, so the track can't evolve enough. But in general, nice idea. I would just lower down the sub a bit and maybe like 1 or 2 dB trying it out, maybe even more. Just check it out, what sounds better. But still, nice panorama, nice idea, trippy. I like that. So the idea is very nice. Thank you very much for contributing. I like that. Always a pleasure to listen to Austin's music. Brian. So we skipped you because of the laggy YouTube stream. I'm sorry, but now we are coming to your track. Let's get into Austin's let's get into Austin's track again. No, let's get into Brian's track. 10 minutes for you from now. Juch. Bit too loud. Ooh, there's so crazy resonance in this bassy sound. Ooh. Can you hear that? You can really hear it. Because, sorry, I just have to stop that. You can really hear it, like because of this very heavy resonance in the low end, you really everything is getting like pushed completely in the background, and you can't hear the track properly. That's the thing about like very heavy low ends. It sounds like a feedback in a like in a vinyl. It's really peaking out. That's the thing, that the whole track is sounding very muddy now. I can hear the claps, but I can't feel them. I have to feel them like pam, pam, pam right in my face. But they're really getting docked. Also, the kick is not coming through. You know, there's this attack missing. Also because of the resonance. The idea of the track is not bad, so I mean there is like arrangement, there's tension building, release. But you definitely have to fix the low end. It ruins the track in a way. Not only in a way, it ruins the track, you know. Even this flattering sound could be much more in front. That would add really a nice characteristic to the track. It's the idea is nice. So tension, release, all their arrangement is nice, but the thing is you can't hear the mid and the high frequencies properly, because everything is getting ducked by the low end and this very, very heavy resonance in the bass. So get into this, get back to the track and work definitely on the low end. Check the resonance, or let's check the frequencies in the low end. There's definitely a heavy resonance. It has to really like jump into your face. I don't know if you put like the FabFilter Q3 on it, and you will definitely see a big spike in the frequency spectrum. Okay, thank you very much. Iglo, my friend, are you here? You're pretty quiet. You've sent me something on Instagram. Wait. Let me check that. Iglo. Mold? Is that one? Mold? Targeting? Which one is it now? Yeah, I'm cooking next to it. All good. Do you also... are you also doing like cooking burgers, or what are you doing? Which track is it now? Is it the mold track, or is it the targeting? Which one do you want? Which one do you prefer? Mold. Also a bit too heavy low end. Is that already like the mastered version, pre-mastering, 0 dB? Smashed, yeah. But I like the vibe. I like these kind of minimalistic, deep drivey tracks. It reminds me a bit of the Arthur Robert release on the Third Room. This kind of vibe, you know? Okay. Now it's a bit changing. But this very... like... groovy... drivey sub kick. Hello, Mana Mind. Yeah. Sub is too much, definitely. It's squeezed. Smashed like a smash burger. Yeah, I like the idea. I like the vibe of the track. That's something I would also play. But you definitely have to ease the low end a bit. But then it's fine. Yeah, I like the track. The rest is fine. I think if you like, maybe if you like ease the low end a bit, like the sub, I don't know how it affects the other frequencies, but the rest sounds okay. Maybe you have to adjust the rest a bit, but yeah, nice. Lovely. Yeah, good idea, definitely. Solid track. I think I would go with that and download it and I would play it. It's only really like just the low end. I think if you fix that, that's a proper track for sure. Yeah, no worries, mate. Thank you very much for contributing again. So, I will close this link now because we have no contributions anymore. What is pretty early because we have never, like, I mean, we have only 1.5 hour, and from this 1.5 hour, we talked about like 20 minutes. But that's not like bad, to be honest. I'm still happy about all the contributions. I don't know, maybe like let's talk about we can listen to tons more if you want. Yeah, we okay, Manamine would also like to contribute a track. Okay, I've closed down the list. Just send it in the chat. We can definitely put it there. Or you can see the link here. It's just next up live app VNN dot. Put it in if you want. Maybe question, what about the Christmas days? Because of course I can do like tracks of the month, like Feedback Friday and the next 2 Fridays as well. But I just want to know, let's say, about the regular ones who are joining from week to week. What do you think about doing it over the, I think it was Christmas days, right? Just let me check. I think one of the days was Christmas Day. Oh, I have so many tabs open. Oh my God. Where's my calendar time? Let me check that real quick. No, bullshit. Next week isn't So it's the 19th. Okay, next week we can. We can do next week because it's December 19th. But the week after it would be the 26th of December. So the second Christmas Day in Germany. I don't know how it's. To be honest, I don't know how it's in other countries, but in Germany it's like. Yeah, it's like also a day where you spend the time with the family and stuff like this. And after that, the week would be the 2nd of January. I don't know, to be honest, if it makes sense to do it on the 2nd of January. Maybe a few of us are hanging around in Berghain still. I don't know. The New Year's Eve are very long at Berghain. Yeah, what do you think? Let me know. Would be interesting to hear your opinion. Next week we can do next week for sure. But maybe the 26th of December doesn't make, and the 2nd of January doesn't make sense. So next week we will do next week, and the 2 weeks after next week, I think we will skip the Feedback Friday. And we can all spend time with the family and stuff. Two weeks off. Yeah, let's do that. No worries. But next week, I don't know if you are up to it, but maybe we do next week, and then, like I said, 2 weeks off, and then I would be back on, what is that? It should be the 9th, January 9th. Yeah. Yeah. 19 December, last Feedback Friday, then 2 weeks off, and then back in the new year on January 9. I think that's a pretty good schedule, right? Okay, let's fix that. We'll do it exactly like this. Also good for me to make a bit of rest after this very chaotic half year. Yeah. Maybe we'll I will think about Feedback Friday. Maybe to like do it on another day. We can also think about that in the next year, like for 26. Maybe because I think Leo was the one who said that it would make more sense to do it maybe on Monday or something. We can try that out maybe in the next year. Maybe the Monday is the better day for feedback. Then it's Feedback Monday. Sounds. Maybe I have to think about another name. But yeah, what are the hours for Feedback Friday? I have to deal with the time difference. It's from 7 p.m. CET to 9 p.m. CET, so 2 hours. Sometimes I'm doing 3, depends on. Iglo wrote it already into the chat. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Like I said, maybe next week, definitely Friday still, but the week after, we will do, the week after. So after the vacation, we will maybe do it on Mondays. Let's see. Or Tuesdays or whatever. We can see, we can check that, or we can I will do a story, and yeah, I will ask you what you think about it, or what would be your favorite day. I think something is missing in the link, right? Can you send it via Instagram direct message? I think something is missing in the link, right? Try Bridge Audio? Ah, no. Okay, it's here. Which one is it? The train drive or going rough? It's working. I just have to know which one is it. Is this the first or the second one? Just skip. Okay. I don't know. Which one you like? Let me check. Okay. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay, let's listen to this track. Yeah, I thought also that Going Rough maybe matches better, but I always like to listen to two tracks which are not like always my taste, because I love to get surprised. Also the low end here is also, the sub is also very dominant. So it's taking too much presence. Yeah, the track is very centered. I'm also missing something in the sides. Yeah, okay. Low end is way too over present. You definitely have to lower it down because it's taking too much. It's taking too much presence in the mix. So everything else is really not getting its space. And this is the space it needs to work. You know, you have a very nice lead sound, you know, and I really like this this movement in the lead sound, but it definitely could be much more energetic if it would be in a nice balance, you know. So because of the unbalanced mix with the very present low end, it's really like getting unenergetic. So, or it's not energetic enough, you know. But the lead sound is nice. I'm missing the panorama, but I think that that is something, you know. It feels like you stack just the sounds like in the center, like here's the kick, or here's the sub, here's the kick, here's like the lead sound, here are the heads, and everything is like really like in the middle. But you haven't like widened up the sounds that you get like a very nice panorama, and things are happening in the on the sides in stereo, you know. And yeah, would definitely add would be add in the track for sure. Sounds over, but the overall it's a bit thin. Like some crispiness. Yeah. Also, like using like side widener or something on certain sounds, like, I don't know. We have to try it out, you know, but like giving side to certain layers is definitely also something you can try out. Or of course reverb with sense, stuff like this. This can add all side signals for sure. Also panning, like heads, like one head in the right, one in the left, you know, can also add a bit of panorama. Delay, I don't know. Do you have like multiple ways to add a bit of panorama. Thank you very much. Solid lead sound of definitely. So the idea is nice. So just work on the balance of the mix and the side signals. Okay. Nice. Thank you very much. I will close this now. Very big thank you. We have 10 minutes left, but yeah. I could add an Iglo track. But let's keep that for next time. I would love to see you all again next time. My timer says 2 hours, so somehow I started the stream at somewhere around 10 minutes before 7, I think. I don't know. Do you want to hear something from me? Do you want to give me feedback? I'm very big. I'm very self-critical, and I'm yeah. It's hard to make myself happy with my tracks. In the end, I can really hear things and everything, but I'm very bad in doing it on my own tracks. I have the feeling, but we can try it out. Why not? Let's see. Just give me a sec. I just have to check because I have some playlists here. That's maybe latest ideas. Let me check. SoundCloud is shit. That's a problem. But let me see. I know which. I think I know which track I would love to show you. Give me a sec. Oh, let me check. This is one I'm very happy with, so I think that's a good one to show you. Where is it? There it is, I think. It just takes like years, but we're good to go. All tracks 24. Was it 24? This one. And this one is going to be released. I don't know if I can show this one, but yeah, this one. What? I don't know. Let's just go with that. It's downloading. Give me a sec. Okay, come on. Are you working? I can already. This mixdown is very old. I think it was. I've made this one beginning of 24 or something. I can already hear that the kick sounds could be better, definitely. Also a bit too present, right? Now I'm giving myself feedback. Yeah, there's something missing for sure in the kick. Sure. Yeah, Sad Emotions. I made this track in a very, yeah, in a very dark phase. Let's say it like this. But I still like the track. Sometimes I listen to it in the car and I'm like, oh, I still like the track. But yeah, the kick is definitely needs to be adjusted. We love them rights. Oh yeah. Thank you very much. Penning is good, yeah. Thanks. I still like the track, but I mean, I finished this track. That's one of this kind, you know. That's an example. This is, I think, from it. Well, I mean, maybe it's even. I think it was 24, beginning of 24 or end of 23, where I made this track. I'd hear definitely that I would need to do a second round on the mixdown. But that's also a thing, you know, sometimes you have like to really finish tracks and to, you know, to really like make a decision like, okay, now this track is finished and I won't do anything else on this track anymore. This one is already maybe signed. It's laying for a label. They took the track, so let's see. But yeah, definitely I hear with my, I mean, we are now nearly in 26. It's already 2 years old, this track. It's crazy. And I really can hear that I made steps forward with the mixdown. after 2 years. Very nice. A bit too busy in the center with mid Franks, but muddy. Yeah, like I said, sometimes I had always this problem. But yeah, that's the thing. Always working on your tracks and always trying to get the next or to reach the next level. Yeah, very important. Okay, it's 9. Thank you very much. Also for your feedback. That was yeah, a lovely yeah, change, a turnaround, like you are feedbacking my track. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining again. Thank you very much for being a part of this Feedback Friday. We have talked about it next week, the last edition before we take 2 weeks off, and then I will be back at the new year. But December 19th, we will be here for the last edition of this year, Feedback Friday. I would really love to see you all again there. Until then, I wish you a wonderful evening and, of course, a wonderful week. And yeah, hope to see you all again next week. Yeah, just write me a message. No worries. I mean, I think we already talked on Instagram, or we wrote on Instagram. Yeah. See you. Have a nice one. Bye bye.